Okay. I just have to.
Sweet America, hello again. This is President Eden. I'd like to have a chat. Let's talk about government, shall we? Or more specifically, your government of America, the Enclave. Just who is the Enclave? Why, now that's simple. The Enclave is you, America. The Enclave is your sister, your aunt, your friend, your neighbor. And well, yes, the Enclave is me as well. As your president, it is my responsibility to preside over our great democracy. So, as your president, I am the voice, I am the heart and soul of the Enclave. I am the voice, heart, and soul of America. But only together. Together, we hope to reach our full potential. We were before the war. Whole, beautiful, powerful. One Enclave, one America, now and forever. But for now, my America, we must part. Restoring the greatest country in the world to its former glory. Well,
You want to get
that
close, huh?
takes time. Even for those. Next time, this is your president, John Henry, signs off.
You just stand still. Fuck me.
Oh, I missed.
Hello again, America. This is John Henry, your president. Some things we should talk about. That's all right. When I was a child, growing up, I had the best friend a boy could hope for. My dear old dog, Honey. Oh, the adventures we had. From Knob Creek to Hodgenville we roamed. Careful, irresponsible, and completely inseparable. It was, for a little boy, the perfect existence. So, let me ask you, America, how many of your children can say the same? How many of this nation's youth are truly happy, truly carefree? Well, we both know the answer, don't we? None. America's children live in a terrifying... There is
Please,
no...
I'll wear your bones around mine!
Right here, right now. From now on, the children of this great nation are its highest priority. We will restore every American school, reinstate every youth program, and offer counseling and financial assistance to any family in need. We will match up the destitute, orphan children and place them into qualified, eligible adults. We will rebuild the American family as it was. Values of our past shall be the foundation of our future. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Until next time, this is President Eden signing off.
Ooh, he's got a nice weapon. I want that one.
Greetings, dearest America. This is your president, John Henry Eden. Let's chat, shall we? I've been thinking quite a bit lately about something we can all relate to. Something that is unquestionably, inescapably American. I am referring, of course, to our great national pastime, baseball. Or so it had been. That's right, America. Before we were devastated by atomic war, each state had its own professional baseball team. Imagine. A perfect, cloudless day. The sun is warm and welcoming. On the horizon, they appear.
Are those
Like
are good cars?
knights of yore, armed with bats of ash and hickory. Their name, the Capitol Congressmen. Their purpose, to make you, dear America, revel in the joys of sport and sunshine. Only for an afternoon. Now, ask yourself this. What if the Capitol Congressmen could live again?
I want to go to Greenwich. Greenwich.
If they could compete with baseball
Oh
teams from
boy.
Pennsylvania.
Those monsters, they're gonna get me.
This country will
Those
live again.
things,
Now,
they keep coming. They scare me. Make it stop.
say farewell.
You look stronger than all the other grown-ups.
Be done.
Can you
The Enclave
can you protect me? Those
again, this is
big
John Henry
things.
Eden signing.
They're all over Greyditch. And they killed everyone. Please, mister. Please find my papa. You will? Really? Thanks a whole lot. My house is the one closest to the huge sign and the old diner. Please, find my papa and make him come back. You know, maybe this will help and maybe it won't. But Papa hid a bunch of stuff behind the old diner and a dumpster. He trusted me with the key and said it was for emergencies. But I bet he wouldn't mind you having it. Well, there is the personal shelter next to the old diner. Papa always said to stay away from it. But I guess it's supposed to be safe. I'll head over there and wait inside. Hurry back.
Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President... who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security. Let's take a tally of these agitators, shall we? There are, of course, the raiders, those anarchistic ruffians who roam the wastes, preying on any and all, stealing, murdering. The so-called Brotherhood of Steel. Don't be fooled by their pseudo-knightly nonsense or supposed connections to the United States Army. These power-armored Boy Scouts are nothing more than common criminals with access to some antiquated technology. Criminals who have had... clubhouse. And don't be fooled. Super mutants that have completely overrun the entire downtown DC area.
You startled me. You really mustn't creep up on people like that. That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimentation area? My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? Well, let me see. Well, you start with a generation of very large ants. You simply inject the current brood's eggs with an engineered mutagen. Then the next generation should be smaller. Do it enough times, and you may be able to reduce them back to their once original tiny size. Well, I'm afraid I've made slight miscalculations in the mutagen. Instead of lowering their size, the brood hatched with a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment. I'm afraid it's not that simple. The mutagen has already been injected into the ant queen. She has enough in her body to last for years. My problem right now is I can't reach my terminal to make the proper adjustments and repair the damage I've caused. Since you've offered, allow me to elaborate. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the ant queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen. If she were harmed in any way, months of data would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations. I've rigged the equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So that's all there is to it. What do you say? You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious. Please don't insult my intelligence. You didn't even enter the hatchery. Now, I believe you have a job to do? How else may I assist you in your endeavor?
And now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John F.
Let's see here. And don't hurt the queen.
about government, shall we? Or more specifically, your government, dear America. The Enclave. Just who is the Enclave? Why, now that's simple. The Enclave is you, America. The Enclave is your sister, your aunt, your friend, your neighbor. Yes, the Enclave is me.
I trust your task is progressing well.
As your president, it is my
Oh, how marvelous. Please, tell me what happened.
our great democracy.
Oh, now this is really too much. I don't have time for these kinds of shenanigans. Allow me to return to my work, and you return to the job at hand.
I am the voice
I trust your task is progressing well.
of America.
Well, the mutagen has enhanced their fortitude and provided them with what I call pyrosis, the ability to emit flame biologically. They're quite radiation-free, however. Well, as radiation-free as any other mutated creature in the wasteland. Playing with genetic codes isn't simple. Do you realize one tiny tweak at any point in the last million years could have completely changed us? Going from attempting to change their size to generating their pyrosis ability is no surprise at all. I'm afraid they are not susceptible to anything I can think of that wouldn't harm the garden variety giant ant. Just aim for their antennae if you can. It will confuse them quite a bit. The stimulation of the subject's evolutionary trigger by the mutagen caused a biodefensive reaction metamorphosing the ant's venom glands. This process caused unexpected oscillations in the venom molecules at such a vast rate it produces a thermodynamic biochemical reaction. As the subject ejects the volatile solution, it becomes conflagrant due to new structures in its maw. I call its calefaction array. Amazing, isn't it? Yes? Far too curious. His incessant questioning would often come when I was the most absorbed with my calculations. He had no regard for the importance of my work. All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory. I will take this experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground. If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy spent will have been for nothing. You have your ideals and I have mine. I'm down here to complete my experiments at any cost. If that means the loss of a few lives to save generations of lives in the future, it's a small price to pay. I can't risk leaving this place. I have to continue monitoring the hatchery for any further mutations in the next brood. I have no time for children and their petty games. What do they know about the importance of my work? Yes? Oh my, yes, they're quite marvelous. There are many that say it can't be done, but I'll prove them wrong. By introducing my mutagen directly into an ant egg, I hope to reduce the size of the adults. This is a generational system, meaning it will take quite a few broods before the ants are at their destination size. In the end, I hope to make them as small as they were over 200 years ago. Destroy? Oh, no, no, no! You mustn't do that. It's my life's work. Just clear me a path to my equipment and I'll do the rest when you tell me it's safe. Yes? Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous.
That I must answer, of course. Of course, I was elected to sweet America. Of course. Isn't the right to vote the very foundation of a democracy? Fortunately, in the interest of national security, I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of the election. You understand? But rest assured, I am your president, because the appropriate people of this great nation decided I should be. I am your duly elected representative. Of course, when the time comes, when my term is up, America will be free to elect a new president. And at the person will have our full faith and confidence and carry our collective values forward into the future. Democracy, dear America. Democracy, now and forever. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Till we meet again, this is John Henry, signing off. Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President Eden, and I was hoping we could talk. We live in an age of poverty, greed, violence, destruction. Indeed, the very seat of the federal government, Washington, D.C., has been reduced to what is now known as the Capital Wasteland. The Capital Wasteland. How did it come to this, America? How did your leaders allow the most powerful nation on Earth?
I've detected some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my equipment. What's transpired?
Incompetence at the highest echelons of power. We
Oh, how marvelous. Please, tell me what happened.
in half-wits. Our intrepid leaders had everything.
What? How could you do such a foolish thing?
And it made them pay.
Perhaps man isn't ready, my friend. Not today, but maybe someday. I suppose I shouldn't be angered by your actions. Forgive my impertinence.
John Henry Eden builds a country.
How marvelous. Which injection did you want? Will it be the ant sight or ant might?
My darling America, you deserve that. Don't you deserve a future free of war and fear?
How marvelous. Ant might it is. Hold still, please.
Of course you do. As President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest, until we have what we deserve.
Yes, what did you need?
Truly call.
Well, I will continue my research. There has to be a way to reduce these creatures to their former size. Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home should you ever wish to visit me. You should take him away from this place. Find him a home. It would be difficult to accomplish my experiments with him scampering about and asking an interminable amount of questions. Yes? Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous! Yes, what did you need? Be ever vigilant. Those from the genus Solenopsis are not to be trifled with.
This is Enclave Radio with your host, me, President John Henry Eden. Sweet America, hello again. This is President. I'd like to have a chat. Did you know there are those amongst us who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security. These radical malcontents don't care about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is fulfilling their own selfish desires. Let's take a tally of these agitators, shall we? There are, of course, the What's up, wasteland?
Now I know what a TV dinner feels like. It was so weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yep, there's...
I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did, but I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way, and I'll have to try living here by myself. Hope you'll come back and visit someday. Really? You mean it? Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll wait in my old house for you to come back. I need to bury my papa anyway. Just don't forget about me. Well, Papa always told me about my cousin Vera. She lives in some big, giant ship somewhere or something. Papa called the place Rivet City, but I don't know where it is. Okay. I understand. Thanks for trying, though. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay here. Now that the fire ants are long gone, maybe people will begin showing up here again. Stop by again someday and say hi, okay?
Your arrival is most unexpected, but not entirely unwelcome. I'm afraid that's my fault. The last mutagen sample was given to the Ant Queen's entire brood. The brood consists of hundreds of larvae. I'm afraid that after they hatched, some escaped through the nooks and crannies in the tunnels. The fire ants you are seeing now are merely the remnants of the brood returning to the nest. Well, I'm uncertain. This does deal quite a blow to my research. First, however, I must stay here and devote all of my resources to finding the proper mutagen formula. Now, was it 5 parts per milliliter or was it 6?